Now, over the last 2 weeks, Counter-Strike devs have been hard at work releasing shadow updates, yet with no official blog post. You'd think with something as game-changing as tweaks to hit registration and aim punch, something would have been released for the public to see, which for those who don't know, eventually it was just much later than anyone expected. But then that of course leads us into the most recent updates, where Valve included some of what they fixed and also added in the most recent blog post, and much of that is still under wraps in the game files, alongside a new addition of some of the largest bugs we've seen inside Counter-Strike's history, at least recent history. Today's video, we're to break down and recap CS2's most recent updates, discuss what got fixed, but specifically what's still broken. As of right now, that has much to do with decoys, running and gunning, hit registration, packet loss, smoke and flashbang bugs, alongside a bunch more. Now, today's video sponsor is SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is a CS2 trading site for all your skin needs. Whether you're choosing to deposit your in-game items or real-life cash, SkinsMonkey has it all. If you choose to trade yet need to top up your balance, you can do so by also using my code MANDO for a free $5. Alongside depositing, you get an additional 35% of a deposit bonus. With SkinsMonkey's large variety of skins, they also offer daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways. If interested, the link will be in the top of the description down below. Now, firstly for today's video is CS2's most recent updates, essentially a recap. Now, really up to the last couple of weeks, we've only received patches and fixes, 2 problems that released alongside the Armory update, but also prior. As it stands for what got fixed in the most recent update, there's one category, that being miscellaneous, with 3 points. Valve fixed a bug where grenades were generating headshot sounds, which according to many players, including pros, thought it was very cool and was a nice addition to the game, but then they took it out. Valve fixed a bug where grenades were not bouncing off certain dynamic props. And because Valve just added the Major tab into Counter-Strike 2, for whatever reason, the CS2 Copenhagen Major 2024 winners were not showing up, so they just added them. But based off the last couple of updates, there's been a handful of issues. As it stands for map bugs, they're all really coming from Vertigo. There seems to be a couple of new decoy bugs where they have gotten fixed in the past, but it just seems to be every other update there's a new one popping up. All what happens here is you pop a decoy and it never goes off. It never ignites. It just keeps on spinning, which is very, very annoying. As it stands for flashbang and smoke bugs, here's an example of the smoke bug by Duck CS. I'm gonna leave links to him in the description for his YouTube as well as his Twitter. Now, according to him, if you have low FSR settings, it shows enemies in smokes. Now, he commented on this tweet saying the quality on Twitter is not that great, so he linked his YouTube, which does show he can see enemies through smokes with the low FSR setting. So if you've been getting killed through smokes recently, this could be the reason, and not everyone's wallet. But I will say, if you are using this bug and exploiting it up the wazoo, I would be careful, because Valve in the past likes to give players cooldowns, or sometimes, depending on the extent, a VAC ban. Which, yes, I know, if it's in the game, they haven't patched it in quite some time, why should you be banned for it? As it stands for the most recent flashbang bug, I don't know how long this has been in the game, but I've only known about it for the last couple. Now, according to Musan on Reddit, this was discovered 3 days ago. All that happens is if you have 2 flashbangs in hand, you toss one as a fake flash and you toss the other one as a real one to fake out your enemy. All you have to do is have 2 different binds, one for throwing it, but also one for dropping it. If you hold both of those at the exact same time, it will be successful. And lastly, as it stands for bugs for today's video, we have a new post from the pro player Twist on Twitter about running and gunning inside Counter-Strike 2. Now, this has gained quite a bit of traction and made a lot of people upset. All he did was upload a 1-minute clip to Twitter of pretty much just a compilation of him running and gunning, similar to Call of Duty, but in Counter-Strike, and actually being successful with it. Now, many players in the comment section are unsure if the game is broken, if it's supposed to be like this, and because most players came from CSGO right to CS2, most people didn't really try it because running and gunning is not really for Counter-Strike. It's about being precise, standing still while shooting, but also strafing at the exact same time. But in my personal opinion, I think it's a little bit of both. I think some of this has been in the game since launch, and not many people have tried the running and gunning meta, but I also think a lot of this was broken in the most recent update, where Valve broke and also fixed hit registration, aim punch, and some other things with packet loss and networking. Really, ever since the Armory update, things have felt off, and players just want an explanation of why that's happening, if it's on their end or Valve. Now, stepping aside from CS2's most recent updates as well as news, I now want to talk about performance. Many players ever since the Armory update, and really ever since Counter-Strike 2's launch, have complained about just the most basic performance, specifically with FPS, but also packet loss. Now, Thor CS, links to him in the description. He's put out a very recent post for those players who are lagging and having problems inside CS2. He said, friendly reminder if your CS2 is lagging or stuttering recently. And he now lists 5 things you can do to help your game. Number 1 is verify the integrity of the game files. Number 2, delete DirectX/NVIDIA shader cache. Set Windows power plan to high performance. Update audio drivers. Do a clean reinstall of the older NVIDIA version 537.58. And then he replied to this tweet showcasing his performance was a lot better after this update. So if you've recently started to have really bad frames and just performance inside Counter-Strike 2, check out Thor's post. Links to him will be in the description. As it stands for last minute news in regards to Valve as well as Counter-Strike, Gabe Follower has recently found leaks to Half-Life 3 and Deadlock's most recent update. And also from Gabe Follower, it looks like he just put out a brand new video saying it looks like devs are preparing a new minigame map type, hats, weird pets, complete train and cobblestone overhauls, as well as ragdoll destruction. Links to him and his new video will also be in the description. Alt-tabbing inside Counter-Strike 2, even after the most recent updates, is still very much broken, taking up to 1 minute to tab back in, playing on 4-3. Packet loss and hit registration, as the running and gun post suggests, are also still very much broken. And with the most recent bugs and DPR updates for CS2, the game should receive an update sometime this week. Let me know what you guys think down below. Are you guys experiencing any of these issues? I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay positive, sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.